What's up, y'all? This is KRTW Al coming at you with another video. This is going to be my Oberon Pre-Revisited build. Right now, Oberon is my favorite frame of all. I've been playing him a lot lately. I pretty much bring him into everything now, and he's just so fun to me, and I love the mechanics of him and everything like that. I will also be making a after revisit build once it comes out for PS4, which is a couple days from now. But yeah, I've probably put in like, I don't know, I've put in a lot of hours with Oberon, especially in MOT. So let's get started. So this is my build here. I like to use enemy sense, especially for survivals, because from what I've learned, it really helps with just ad accumulation. I don't know what exactly it is, but when you see ads on the map, the further out you see, I don't understand how, but the flow just seems more continuous. I don't understand exactly why. Just because I'm still kind of new to the game, but I've seen it work. It just works more efficiently for me. I have vitality for extra health, continuity to supplement transient fortitude for power to supplement overextended. I put in a lot of range into this build because what I mainly went for was the CC aspect of Oberon, and I love Reckoning. He puts radiation on enemies, he blinds them for 5 seconds, or I think it's 6 seconds with my build. Slams them to the ground so they get staggered and knocked down. He just does so many things with this ability, and I can hit a huge range with this as well. Primed Flow, I found this works the best with his abilities, especially mainly because of Renewal. When I want to cast Renewal to heal myself or some allies, or increase the bleed out duration of a downed ally, so I have time to go pick them up. I cast Renewal, and I cast it quite often. I would say it's probably I would definitely say it's like my third most used ability. And then I have a efficiency in here. 130 was fine with me, just because I run Zeneric. Zeneric is the main thing that allows me to do this build the way it does. Of course, stretch, intensify to. I'm just trying to get at least the power strength of 100 or above, just so that my abilities. I'm not going for damage, but I am going for the ability to have decent heals. I cast it once and boom, I'm popped up. Well, while I'm using Reckoning, I can CC everything too, so that gives me time to heal as well. So I'm no Trinity, but jack of all trades. I use him to his fullest potential. This is my main build I'm showing you. I use Hallowed Ground, which is the second ability. Sanctifies the ground before Oberon with Righteous Fire, inflicting damage to any enemy that stands in the flames. The armor increase, 22%, it's decent, but it's not the main focus of this build. Especially since I do not stack with armor. It's not the most important part. The important part of Hallowed Ground is that you are resistant to status effects while standing on it. It doesn't say that, but you are. Whenever you're standing on hallowed ground, a ancient can't pull you. You know how they throw out their little tentacle and grab you and pull your ass in? They can't do that when you're standing on hallowed ground. You have complete immunity to any knockdowns. So that's awesome. And status effects, so burning, puncture, anything like that that affects you negatively, you're immune to it as you're standing on it. Renewal is the heal. It heals you and your allies. I mainly used it when, especially since I couldn't see my teammates' abilities and I wanted to conserve power. I only use it whenever I'm low on health. Of course, it affects the team, but I mainly use it for healing me. But the secondary thing I used it for, and probably the most important thing to me, is the bleed out effect. Whenever I use it, you see a bleed out slow percent. So it increases the duration of the bleed out effect when a ally is downed by 60.75%. So if you're, I don't know, I've seen it like if there was 17 seconds left and I activated that and it hit them, then they would jump all the way to 32 seconds left. So that gives me 32 seconds. Well, probably a little less than that because of how long it only gives you the amount from the initial hit and the duration of the ability. Once the duration of renewal runs out on the downed ally, it reverts back to like it takes away the 60% and you're left with a certain amount of seconds. But it definitely helps. It definitely helps to get to your allies quickly, and it's very very great to use. The heal is decent. Like I said, I use it for healing myself whenever I'm like, I don't know, a good chunk of my health is gone. And then Reckoning. Reckoning is my bread and butter. I use that in pickups, in CC. If I see a huge mob of ads coming in, I can slow down the spawn rate, or not the spawn rate, but the flow of enemies coming in. If I see a huge mob coming in from all directions. So if something was coming up from the stairs, coming down, and I'm already dealing with something in front of me coming down the hallway, I can hit that, and since I'm not in line of sight of them upstairs, they'll fight each other upstairs for a good bit, and then at least 12 seconds, I believe, and then I can clear out the enemies downstairs, and then once they're done, the enemies from upstairs will come down because the radiation proc is already off them. And it also has a great CC effect. I use it constantly when picking up allies. And another thing I like to do with Reckoning, if I have the energy to spare, I'll cast it multiple times while another one of my allies is picking somebody up. So Oberon was meant to be a support player. He was not meant to be a DPS role, and that's what the devs even came up with. Even though I have 1,375 damage to Reckoning, that does not matter. It does not affect higher level MOT enemies whatsoever. It just doesn't scale, and that's okay because Oberon is a support player. Hallowed Ground, armor, and immunities, renewal. I think that takes away fire damage too, because I've casted it on myself whenever I have fire proc on me, and after I cast it, the fire immediately disappears. So I don't know exactly how that works, but I've seen it happen quite a few times. But yeah, you heal. I love Oberon. Oberon is definitely my favorite frame right now. And that's my build. I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah.